What is a question you've been asked which made you immediately unmatch a potential date on an app? Once or twice people would say something and then if I didn't respond fast enough say something like should I just unmatch you, then it showed they would take a small piece of information, my delayed response, as indicative of something sinister and then act on it as if it were a given that I had bad intent, which I saw as a red flag for forming a healthy relationship. I can't help but notice you have huge boobs. Hope you don't mind my saying, but you got some bangin' titties. Actual comment from someone. Oh hello boobs. Wow thanks bro. I never noticed my own bountiful bosoms until someone pointed it out on Tinder. I also hate so what are you looking for on here? Quizzing me on my interests. I welcome discussions, debate in good faith, but I have no patience for condescending men who immediately go on a very slimy I'm just joking kind of warpath and start shooting obscure questions like, oh do you really like this band or do you just think the guitarist is cute haha, name the song they played during concert number X while they were on the Y tour in 2001. Oh you like Naruto haha, I never see girls who like anime haha, so tell me what do you think about his fight with Goku haha, I'm kidding. I've gotten a few openers that were like you're cute but can you hold a conversation or ones of that nature? Immediate nope. Well with a question like that, I'm not even going to put in any effort, lol. Do you know your profile is too long my dude? It's my minimum effort test. If you're not willing to read my profile that I put effort into, and that contains a plethora of conversation starters, I doubt we'll actually be a match. Nobody is forcing you to read it. Move the frick on. Are you a unicorn, which is usually preceded by them telling me their girlfriend thinks I'm cute. I am a unicorn, but I only reply to women who ask about that. I want to make sure I'm attracted to her, then the dude, then discuss taking things further. She's much less likely to get weird on me if when I try to disengage. Racial fetishist comments I've never been with a black woman before, you're pretty for a black woman, we'd make some cute mixed babies etc. I unmatched with people when they want to quickly move to texting when there hasn't been much conversation, like a couple pleasantries and then hey wanna move this to text? What's your number? It just rubs me weird. They don't deserve to know our numbers that quick. It's a safety thing Rue. Not a question but I unmatched a guy because he was extremely into Bitcoin. This was like 6 years ago. Did I make a mistake or dodge a bullet? Who can say?
What does Lionel Messi have to do with parachuting down to a remote island trying to survive? Well, you'll see. PUBG Mobile is the most popular free mobile battle royale game in the world, as in the planet Earth. 50 million active daily users. That's the same number as, well, I don't know, but it's a lot. The game gets extra fun thanks to custom skins such as Spider-Man and the infamous Baby Shark, and the regular collaborations with awesome brands like Lamborghini and Tesla. But what really blows my mind is their current collaboration with Lionel Messi, one of the best football players of all time, and totally not my celebrity crush. With the new PUBG Mobile update, you can accomplish weekly activities linked to Messi's content to unlock rewards, get football-like dribble movement with his golden shoes, and enjoy plenty of Messi items. And with the Global Chicken Cup coming soon, parachute yourself down to Football Town on Erangel, transform yourself into a football, and generate black holes with powerful footballs. And did I mention Messi, the 7-time Ballon d'Or winner and UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador who defies the laws of physics? Want to get all the perks from the Global Chicken Cup update and the exclusive PUBG Mobile collaboration with Lionel Messi? Download PUBG Mobile now by clicking the link below.
Would you ever consider growing your hair longer? Context: I have a pixie cut and have since I was 17. I'm not opposed to growing it longer, but I'm still vibing with it and I will not grow it out for some dude. What I do with my hair, clothing, makeup is my choice and it sucks for someone to instantly invalidate that. Something about putting babies in me, how I would be a good mom, my boobs being good for babies, or that I have birthing hips. Nope. Chilled free, and I wanted a chilled free man too, and I found one. Can you prove you are real to me? His reasoning? I liked video games and anime. IDK. It just rubbed me completely the wrong way and I didn't think it was a good start to anything. If women who like video games and or anime is so foreign to this guy, he probably has very little experience talking to women and probably doesn't have a lot of female friends. I get it's more prevalent for dudes to be nerdy, but there are a ton of nerdy women out there, and it was a red flag that he was questioning if I was a real person or not based on liking incredibly popular hobbies. I always tell someone why I'm unmatching them, even if it's just that's creepy. Dude, I'm unmatching or not my speed, so I'm going to move on. That way people can't pretend their bad behavior isn't the reason. I am done when someone is self-deprecating in order to get reassurance. Like, hey, I'm sure you're going to ignore this message and don't even care. Any impatience with the time it takes me to respond to their messages. I don't know my time. I don't even respond to my friends immediately, insisting on my phone number right away. The whole point of a dating app is that they don't have my phone number and can't send me photos. I don't give my number until I've been on a few dates. In that vein, asking for nudes, negging, insisting that we meet up right away and getting hostile when I say no. Casual sexism. I usually explain why their casual sexism is a turn off. Any of the language around the red pill stuff. Yes, men really do open with that. Invitation to do drugs. No thanks. The topic of Bitcoin cryptocurrency came up. They asked if I knew about it. I said yes. They replied with, but you're a woman. Why do you know about crypto? LOL. Like it's illegal or something. I appreciate your honesty with your unfiltered photos. All girls here abuse Photoshop and filters. I kind of felt his women bashing undertone, but I tried to empathize with the difficulty of seeing me appeal accurately online. So I responded, I am just not into makeup or filters, but I understand you. Many men here use photos too pixelized or too dark or filtered. So I also appreciate your unfiltered and clear photos. He got offended and unmatched me. Yes, agree on any you're not like the other girls type comments. On my dating app, my sexuality is listed as bisexual. One guy's pickup line was, am I man enough to straighten you out? Buff. More a statement, but it's such a shame when someone like you doesn't want kids, haha. This was in his initial message on Hinge, so before we'd even matched. The option to state upfront where they want kids is there for a reason. Just move past my profile. Also, I recently matched with a guy who asked me what my most controversial opinion is. I answered, asked his, and he said I secretly think pretty girls have no personality. I'm not sure if he thought I was ugly or lacking in personality, but good one, dude. I was talking about my job, which I'm really proud of, and the guy was like, you probably make a good amount of money from that. How I was like, well, I'm not rich but I'm doing fine. He then said, I'm assuming, should things go well between us, you'd be willing to quit, right? I just wouldn't feel comfortable with a wife that makes more money than I do. It's not right. Instant unmatch, LOL. I just don't understand people like this. Instead of us combining our incomes to achieve a higher standard of living, would you be willing to sacrifice your entire livelihood so that we together could have a lower standard of living off of my lower salary but now split more ways? Like, dude, why would you even want this? Wow, you're so tall. Is that really your height? Yup, that's why I put it on there, and if you don't trust it, move along. You are probably one who will hyper focus on it. Where do you live? Same city as them, considering they're not far away according to the distance on the app. Yet they want to know more specifically where I live. Number. You look so innocent, you act so wise for your age. Am I robbing the cradle? Number. I'm a grown woman with a very young face, and seeking an age gap dynamic really grosses me out. If I would gain more weight, because he likes big women. Mind you, I'm a size 18 already. That gave me immediate creeper vibes. There was the guy who asked me what books I like to read, which was fine until he disregarded my answer because fiction isn't really reading. Only non-fiction books count. Like, what the heck have I been doing all these years then? Argued with me because I said I don't like being sweaty. He got offended, saying that I was putting people down for a natural occurrence. My period is also natural. Doesn't mean I enjoy it. Anything with the slightest hint of condescension or snarkiness. If a man can't keep things polite and friendly through an initial conversation, it's only going to get worse. 1. Any variation on, I read your profile. You sure have a lot to say, know what you want. If it's such a chore to pay attention long enough to read a profile, It doesn't bode well for the amount of effort they're going to put into other things. And what's wrong with knowing what you want? 2. People who have nothing to say but empty phrases and or use LOL at the end of every sentence, even when the subject is not funny. 3. Anything edgelordy. For example, I like playing devil's advocate. One guy, 40+Y, said he didn't know how to cook. What are you? I'm biracial. Still just a human being though, dummy. Are you a virgin? I'm not interested in strong independent women. I'm traditional. I don't have a car. Can you pick me up? I'm in between jobs. My last 4 exes were total psychos. Hi. Wanting more pics. Like I had 3 recent pics and they always wanted me to prove that's what I look like. Ugh. It came off as they wanted to add to their collection. He wanted pictures to see if I really looked like on my pictures, even after I told him all my pics were quite recent. He then told me that all his pictures were old and he has gained a lot of weight since. Classic projection. You've never dated a black guy, have you? Before I met my current partner, I was on a dating app and these things everyone is listing happened to me so often, basically 100% of the time, that I thought this stuff was normal or just the current dating scene since I hadn't dated in a long time. Now that I'm reading through responses on this post, I'm realizing that I basically didn't have any non-cringe-worthy interactions. I've experienced so many of these things people are listing. It's seriously awful. I can't believe I thought these things were just how things are now and are acceptable. This post and the subsequent responses have really opened my eyes and I'm grateful, but I have to admit, I feel a bit violated right now. I really appreciate this post and all the responses. Very enlightening. Upon me telling them my job, what's a librarian? Unmatch. You don't need to care about what I do, but you do need to know what it is. I'm looking to get married and have kids as soon as possible. Would you be okay with being pregnant in the next few months and getting married down the road? And that is a direct quote. Are you the type of girl to play games and likes drama? Because I'm not that type of person. If you even need to ask that, I know you're either A, insecure and going to accuse me of things, or B, you're the one who plays games and likes drama. Of course no one is going to say yes, I totally love to mess with people and relationships and cause drama. My response to that back when I was doing online dating was the short and sweet version of what I just posted. Basically, if you need to ask that, I assume you're the one with the drama. Based on my profile. Why does your profile say if you've ever said all lives matter? We wouldn't get on. You seem like a smart person, so it seems weird that you would think this. Mad. We wouldn't get on. I gave you the heads up. Oh my. Just no. So, I reside in the UAE and it's quite taboo to have prostitutes or anything sexually related available easily in here. But on the low, when there are, it's quite common to see Asians being the face of it. I once matched with this cute guy on Tinder and he was just here for an event. We vibed, had a decent conversation, got a little bit steamy until he asked, "You're not a prostitute, are you?" I told him, "Are you assuming that because I'm Asian?" He said, "Well," and to that I say, good riddance. Are you really sure you don't want kids? Or any comment like "you'll change your mind one day" is an automatic unmatch and block for me. I'm almost 40. I know dang well I'm not going to change my mind about this, and I'm beyond tired of men trying to argue this with me. Why won't you take my last name if we get married? One of the questions on OKC asked about this and I had answered that I wouldn't be changing my name again, and this was very important to me. I was amazed at the number of guys who wanted to discuss this immediately. Like, dude, shouldn't we get coffee first and see whether or not we even like each other before worrying about marital name changes? I would always reassure the guy that if us having different last names bothered him that much, he was more than welcome to take my last name. How are US Tilson Gleck? I get that it's supposed to be a compliment, but I've yet to meet someone that opens with this and is capable of holding an interesting conversation. Immediately asking for my phone number or Snap. Using a crap ton of cringy emojis in everything they say. Asking really vague questions or questions that were obviously answered in my profile. Immediately asking to meet for dinner upon matching. No ice breaking whatsoever. No, I will not have dinner with a stranger. I'm fat. but work out regularly, and my Tinder profile reflected this, including I've lost a significant amount of weight and will keep losing. So if big girls are your thing, swipe left. So many men messaged me with have you ever had someone like Emmy hit on you before, or man, I bet you weren't expecting me to swipe right. Or so. I know you're insecure about your weight, but is it weird that you turn me on? Freaking. Got. Bro. Freaking. Matched. I hope you at least told one or two oops I didn't mean to swipe you right. Sorry, just to irk them. 1. You like my future ex-wife. 2. Surprised you swiped right. You don't look like you date black guys. Why would I swipe right then, and then why did you swipe right? 3. So you very pretty. Are you on here because you are crazy? Maybe I just learned not to settle for the first guy who calls me pretty. 4. Tell me why I should take you on a date out of all the matches I have. Yee. I'm not going to do that. Not a question, bit guys that get way to lovey-dovey too fast. Had a guy start calling my bunny his son after chatting for a couple hours, and after a day asked me to marry him. I thought it was a joke, but when I laughed he was like, I guess I'll jump off a building now, and it felt like a really cringy form of love bombing. I love the photo of you in the blue dress. It looks so much better than all the others. You're so much more natural without all the filters. The blue dress pic was the only one with filters, and I just can't handle that level of stupid in my life. That's negging. The guy acting like I'm a super special unicorn because I mentioned I was into video games. That, or someone asking me to prove I was into rock metal. He asked what I studied, MSc in applied mathematics, and replied LMAO nerd. No, like pick it up by the tail and throw the plane. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.